I'm here with amazing news. The Temple Institute has just announced, literally 2 hours ago, that they have found a Kohen, a priest, who is certified, able to perform the red heifer ceremony. We've been covering this for a while. I've actually been covering it for 7 years. There's been a lot of news about it lately. Last week there was a red heifer conference that I was at. We've been discussing whether or not it would happen soon. One of the major obstacles was to find a kosher Kohen. The Jews have stringently kept the tradition of patrilineal descent from the biblical Aaron the priest, the priestly caste. So to find a Kohen is not a problem, but to find a Kohen kosher for the red heifer ceremony is much more difficult. Kohanim, the Kohen to perform the ceremony has to have been meticulous about avoiding impurity from proximity to the dead. Kohanim, as a rule, do not enter cemeteries, and there's a problem with hospitals. So they had to find a Kohen who had been born at home, because hospitals have dead bodies, and a baby born in a hospital would have been ritually impure. And he has to never have set foot in a hospital. And he also has to never have entered a cemetery. And that's a little bit harder to find. Also, they needed someone over the age of 15 years old, because slaughtering a cow, a full-grown cow, is physically difficult. So they needed someone who was strong enough to do that. Literally 2 hours ago, 3:30 Israeli time, the Temple Institute announced on Facebook that they have found, and they showed a photo of the young man. I'll post it. And he is, according to them, fit to perform the red heifer ceremony. He's fulfilled all the requirements. He was a home birth, never set foot in a hospital or cemetery. He is on the highest level of Torah purity. And they say, should he opt to participate in the Temple Institute's ongoing preparations in anticipation of the renewal of the ashes of the red heifer, he will undergo intense instruction and training. There's been a lot of fake news and even horrible slander about the red heifer. This is performed once every 2,000 years. Between the time of Moses at Sinai until the destruction of the temple, there were only 9 red heifers. So the Temple Institute is meticulous. They are not going to hurry just in order to slap something together. It's not like that. It has to be perfect, of the highest order. They have to have studied all of the sources, and there are a lot of issues that have never come up before. This is modernity. For example, the cows, when they were transported, they needed to be marked so that they could identify them, so they put in RFID chips. There's issues of whether or not you need ashes from the previous cow in order to mix with the new ashes. We've never had a condition where we didn't have the ashes of the red heifer. From, as I said, from Moses until the destruction of the temple, we always had the ashes. The Jews were always being purified. This is the 10th time in history that this is going to happen. It is going to usher in a new era, an era in which the Jews will be on a higher level to be able to perform the Torah mitzvahs.
Anybody else thinking what I'm thinking? Rockets hitting the mosque, opening up the ground for a third temple.
The third temple begins Passover 2024, ends 9th of 2030. Israel plans on sacrificing a red heifer on Passover 2024. They only need one red heifer to begin the third temple, and all nations are welcome. Revelation 11, the to-do measure the court outside the temple. Leave that out. for it is given over to the nations Gentiles, and they will trample the holy city for 42 months. Daniel 8:13-14. How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden under foot? And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days. Then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. 2,300 day after Passover 2024 is 9th of 2030. 9th of is the day both holy temples were destroyed. Isaiah 46:10. God declares the end from the beginning.